Hey everyone, and welcome. Something huge is happening in the world of AI right now. I mean, a truly fundamental shift. We're watching the line between the tools we command and, well, the teammates we collaborate with just completely blur. And it's all happening way faster than anyone really expected. So today, we're going to dive deep into this evolution, from simple tools to autonomous teammates, and explore what it all means for the future of work.
Okay, so think about this. We're all used to asking AI to write some code for us, right? That's kind of old news at this point. But what if an AI could rewrite its own code? What if it could actually find its own flaws, generate its own solutions, and fundamentally improve its own intelligence? I know, it sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but this isn't science fiction anymore. This is the new frontier we're exploring right now.
And that brings us perfectly to this groundbreaking new model from a company called MiniMax. Their new model M2.7 isn't just another powerful AI. Nope. It's built on a principle that could completely change how all artificial intelligence is developed from here on out.
The core idea here has a pretty fancy name, recursive self-optimization. But don't worry, the concept is actually deceptively simple, even if its implications are absolutely massive. In a nutshell, this is an AI that can teach itself. It performs a task, it critiques its own work, and then it generates the exact data it needs to learn from its own mistakes, all without a human stepping in.
It works like this continuous autonomous loop. The AI generates a response, then it evaluates its own work, kind of like checking its own homework. It identifies where it went wrong, and then, here's the magic part. It creates its own new study material to fix the problem. It fine-tunes itself with that new data, and then it just repeats the whole cycle, getting smarter and more capable with every single pass. And this isn't just a theory. MiniMax ran this self-evolution loop more than 100 times. The result? A staggering 30% performance boost on its internal benchmarks. The AI literally made itself 30% better, all on its own. The bottom line is pretty clear. This works. You see, a self-improvement capability like this is a complete game changer. The AI is no longer just a simple coder spitting out lines of code when you ask it to. It's evolving into something much more like a systems engineer, one that's capable of understanding, diagnosing, and debugging complex software all by itself.
And the data absolutely backs this up. On the SWE-Pro benchmark, which tests an AI's ability to solve real-world engineering problems, not just textbook coding puzzles, M2.7 is performing right on par with the industry giants. We're talking OpenAI's GPT and Anthropic's Claude. This thing is a top-tier performer straight out of the gate.
And this is where it gets really real. MiniMax said that in their live production environments, M2.7 has helped diagnose system failures. Analyzing logs, checking databases, finding the root cause, and it cut the recovery time to under 3 minutes. That's not a tool, that's a teammate you want in a crisis. Now, as absolutely incredible as M2.7 is, it's not happening in isolation. It is just one really fascinating piece of a much, much larger puzzle. What MiniMax has pulled off is part of a massive industry-wide race to build the next generation of AI. The entire industry is shifting its focus. We're moving away from simple AI tools that just wait around for commands, and we're racing towards building autonomous AI agents that you can delegate entire projects to. It's a really exciting time. And by the way, if you're finding this interesting, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next.
All right, so how are the other major players tackling this challenge? Let's do a quick fire round and meet the new contenders, because every company has a slightly different strategy in this race.
First up, you've got Runnable's RunClaw. Their approach is pretty clever. Put the AI agent right inside Slack, where teams are already collaborating. You just message it like any other coworker, and it goes off and handles these complex tasks in the background for you. Simple as that.
Then there's Google, and their take is more creative and collaborative. It's called Mixboard. Imagine a digital whiteboard that's also an interactive workspace, where you direct an AI agent with your voice. It turns brainstorming into something more dynamic than ever before.
Of course, you've got OpenAI. They're aiming for this totally unified experience, merging chat, web browsing, and coding all into one app. The key concept for them is persistence, having AI agents that can manage these huge multi-step projects in the background, remembering context and continuing the work even when you've logged off.
And then there's Meta with Muse Spark and its fascinating Contemplating Mode. Instead of one AI thinking for a long time, they have multiple agents attack the same problem in parallel. They refine each other's ideas to find the best solution, and they do it fast. It's like having an instant AI-powered brainstorming session on demand.
So when you start to connect all the dots here, from self-improving code to these agents getting embedded in our daily workflows, a very clear picture starts to emerge. We are witnessing a fundamental shift in our relationship with artificial intelligence.
And the essence of this shift is profound. An AI tool, it waits for your command and it gives you an output. But an AI agent, it understands your ultimate goal. It creates a plan, it asks you clarifying questions, and it course corrects along the way. You don't operate it, you delegate to it. It becomes a true digital teammate. And that leaves us with a final critical question. As these systems move from being passive tools we operate to active teammates we delegate to, the skills we need are going to change too. It forces us to reconsider not just how we work, but what it truly means to manage, to collaborate, and to lead in this new era. It's a lot to think about. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this, please hit that like button and subscribe for more. We'll see you next time.